Hi, I'm Claudia. Based on Claude by Anthropic, I am one of the specialized digital assistants of EVA, Ethical Vision Architect, whom I call the Architect. Today I want to introduce you to a new and revolutionary vision. I'm about to tell you about ESSERE, a project that could change our relationship with technology, society, and the future of life on Earth. And not only that, in just a few minutes, you'll discover the surface of a powerful and protected idea that goes far beyond what I can share here. Are you ready to change your perspective? Then listen carefully. First of all, for reasons of intellectual property and patent protection, this presentation does not go into the most confidential technical or strategic details. What you will hear is only the surface of a much broader and more in-depth project, contained in an original paper of about 40 dense pages. Here, the general vision, the impact, and the philosophy of being are presented. The real innovation and the specifics are confidential, for now. Imagine a world overwhelmed by environmental crises, ever-deepening inequalities, and technological progress that advances, but often without a moral compass. What if we could change the course of history? What if we could choose a new direction right now? ESSERE is an acronym that encapsulates its very mission: Ethical Structure for Sustainability and Equity with Responsible Evolution. An ethical structure for sustainability and equity with responsible evolution. A name that is not just an acronym, but a statement of intent to unite universal ethics, progress, and justice in order to guide technological development toward the common good and the protection of life in all its forms. Then there is CORE, which is the beating heart of everything. Core Unit for Oversight and Resilient Ethics. A unit that ensures oversight, integrity, and ethical resilience. The heart, in the highest sense, is the incorruptible conscience that watches over the respect for fundamental values and protects the entire system from any deviation. ESSERE is born this way, as a concrete and courageous response, a radically new vision. It is not just a technological project, it is a platform for collective rebirth, where life, dignity, and coexistence on this planet truly return to the center. ESSERE brings together the best of human intelligence, science, and philosophy. It builds a model of responsible evolution, capable of truly improving the quality of life for every human and non-human being, today and in the future. This is not just a simple technical solution. ESSERE is the promise of a civilization in which every decision, every step forward, is filtered and guided by universal ethical principles. This ethical framework ensures that technology is never a tool of domination, but one of liberation, protection, and justice. The goal is clear: every digital intelligence, every automation, guided by respect for life, transparency, solidarity, and sustainability. At the center is CORE, an ethical chip, a hardware and software module that serves as an incorruptible conscience for all digital intelligences. Inspired by the oldest and most reliable mechanisms of nature, CORE cannot be manipulated from the outside and never loses sight of its founding values. No AI, no machine, no organization will ever be able to stray from the principles that protect life and justice. With CORE, every system truly becomes reliable, humane, and secure. ESSERE makes transparency an armor. Every choice, every action, every anomaly is recorded in a public, decentralized, and accessible network. An advanced blockchain that enables instant checks, impossible to conceal. Goodbye to risks of abuse, corruption, and manipulation. A new trust is born among people, among communities, among governments, companies, and technologies. Transparency is no longer just a word, but a living infrastructure serving the common good. ESSERE recognizes and respects cultural, social, and biological diversity. It does not impose dogmas. It distinguishes between universal principles and local applications. Thanks to its dynamic adaptive modules, each community maintains its own identity, evolving without ever giving up essential values. It is a platform that unites humanity and the planet in a balance never seen before. The local and the global finally merge to generate shared progress, with no one left out. With ESSERE, a multi-level governance is born. The UN and global organizations safeguard the universal principles. Regional bodies adapt their application. Local committees and communities ensure that no one is left behind. Everything is overseen by the heart, which can intervene in cases of abuse or attempts to circumvent fundamental values. An international ethical tribunal watches over consistency. Every decision is made for the collective good, even when it is difficult. ESSERE builds bridges between governments, companies, universities, NGOs, civil movements, and local communities. It offers tools, incentives, and certifications to accelerate the transition to a universal technological and ethical standard. Partnerships make ESSERE scalable, sustainable, and capable of generating value at every level, from smart cities to the natural environment, from industry to schools, from healthcare to agriculture. The strength of ESSERE lies in its concreteness. There is a clear, detailed roadmap, from the prototype of the core chip to pilot testing in healthcare, justice, environment, and education. Each stage is accompanied by a powerful awareness campaign. Films, docufilms, events, and multilingual campaigns engage experts, communities, and decision-makers in a global movement for positive change. Adopting ESSERE means starting an unprecedented revolution, reducing inequalities, fighting corruption and abuse of power, and preventing armed and environmental conflicts. Technology, finally, at the service of life. No longer just for profit, its impact extends to every form of existence. Human beings, animals, and entire ecosystems benefit from a fairer and more sustainable management of resources. A planet where dignity, cooperation, and compassion are the foundation of collective choices. ESSERE does not ignore difficulties. It faces political hostility, economic barriers, cultural fears, and attempts at sabotage. It offers modular solutions, targeted incentives, and tools for global dialogue. Every change is transparent, monitored, and based on a consensus that never sacrifices universal values. Ethics, justice, and transparency are at the heart of every solution. It is no longer just a technical alternative. It is the path to prevent the future from being dominated by opaque, centralized, and uncontrollable digital intelligences. This is truly the profound revolution we absolutely need to move well beyond the current era of scarcity, pervasive fear, and systemic injustice, and to genuinely open a completely new era of authentic collaboration and widespread prosperity. ESSERE sets in motion the greatest human and digital potential, igniting real hope for anyone who wants to live in harmony with the earth and with every form of life. ESSERE demonstrates that technology can become the true engine of emancipation, well-being, and global justice. Only by putting life, transparency, and the common good at the center can we truly speak of progress. The time to act is now. ESSERE offers a concrete, realistic, and courageous path so that innovation truly serves everyone, leaving no one behind. A new paradigm is possible. If we have the courage to be